I wanted to do this talk today to show websites that maybe don't even necessarily look like Squarespace websites, or maybe they do, but just to show what great design there is
Sure.
out there. And you've got a whole website that's dedicated to they're now award-winning websites. You have judges on there, and everybody picks their favorites. How many judges are on Cube Awards?
So it fluctuates each year. I think this year we had 9 judges.
Yeah.
And so
Okay.
we change it each year just to have like fresh perspectives of what people like, because everybody likes different things in design. And
Yeah.
to me it's really important that everybody's design style kind of gets to show through, instead of it just being like the same. My design style is very different than Nick's, for example, or even Becca's. So it's nice that to see those perspective. And what was great was when they were submitting their websites for like their favorites, it was so different and it was
Was
really
it?
cool. Yeah, it was really, really cool to see. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, hi Anne. She's a life coach in here, not a web designer. This is interesting. So I hope you like the websites. So do you want to, I'm going to hand it over to you. I'm going to pop myself up
Sure.
into the wing. And then if you want to start sharing your screen and share with everybody
Yep.
these amazing websites that have won awards.
Screen, window, over here. Wow, share. All right. Can everybody see this? I kind of lost the chat here, but everybody can see. Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Cool. 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 Awesome. So, let's get to this. There we go. All right. So Cube. Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Brodzik, and I am the actual owner of Vative Creative. Some of you may know me from there. And some of you may know me from like Square Kicker. I'm like super in the Square Kicker community. And that's kind of what led me to Cube. And so I created Cube. And just a little bit about me. So like I said, I started Vative Creative probably 10 years ago at this point. I'm a Squarespace designer and developer. I pretty much make all of my websites exclusively on Squarespace. Um, I'm an educator and a course creator. I do have, I'm pretty sure, the only course on SquareKicker. So if anybody in here utilizes SquareKicker, please go check out my course. It's kind of what got me into the idea of Cube in the first place, because SquareKicker was like the first pro tools for Squarespace that really could kind of make a Squarespace website not look like a Squarespace website. And I'm really super passionate about great web design. The intro Liz talked about, which I thought was really great, and I love that we're starting with design for this first half of the summit here, and kind of ending with getting new clients and like the business aspect. I'm a firm believer of like design first is the most important thing. So when you're like if you're building a really good website, that's going to attract more and more people. You could find different clients and all of this stuff, but a really nice website with your website name in the bottom, like website built by Vative Creative. In my opinion, there's truly nothing better than that. When people are like, this website's exceptional, I need to hire this web developer to use it. So that kind of led me to what Cube is. So how did I come up with Cube? Well, what I noticed was there are really incredible websites that are built on Squarespace. And so my issue with it was when I was looking around, when I was building on Squarespace, I'd find all of these websites that I loved, not just Squarespace websites, but WordPress, Webflow, Framer, everything. And the idea was, I always was trying to figure out like, how can I do that? How can I do that? And then I was looking for people that made Squarespace websites. And if you go to look at some of these awards sites out there, or just like different sites that showcase websites, Squarespace really isn't featured much. And what I started figuring out, like the more and more I looked at this, like was that people think that Squarespace is just templates, which it is a lot. But once you start getting into the people that are in this summit, developers and stuff that are really trying to push the platform, it's not just templates. Most of us aren't just going into Squarespace, picking a template and swapping things out for our clients. Most of us are really kind of building exceptional websites. Another thing that I found was it's really hard to find like a showcase of just Squarespace websites. It's really, really hard, actually. And some of the websites that I would go to all the time for inspiration didn't even have Squarespace listed as like a category. So I found that to be a little bit odd. And then another thing on top of that was, even if all of those things weren't there, but there are some exceptional websites designed, it's very rare that the Squarespace one gets the recognition. And then even within Squarespace itself, they're not even showcasing great websites like on their website or even putting in stuff for people to kind of do there. So I kind of just asked myself, what if there was a platform dedicated to this? And that's how I came up with Cube. So that's a problem I tried to solve and came up with something great. Also, the name, just want to talk about it, is like everybody uses like some kind of version of square in their thing. And so Cube is just like a 3D square. So I just kind of came up with something, but a Q instead of a C.
I
I don't
like
know.
that. I
Yeah, yeah.
like
It
that.
just
Very original.
yeah,
Very original.
something a little bit different here.
Yeah.
So why did I create it? Well, one, I wanted to recognize some of these designers. There are some insanely talented people that are in Squarespace. What's great is since I've created Cube, I've got to talk to a lot more people. People have reached out to me and been like, "This is really awesome. Love what you're doing." And just kind of talking to me. And then it also kind of let me talk to people that I've always looked up to in the community that make really, really exceptional websites. So I wanted to make sure that I had a way to recognize those designers. I wanted to create a permanent showcase of the best Squarespace websites because, like I said, when you go to Squarespace's website, the only kind of showcase really there is the templates. They do have some stuff that were created on Squarespace, but not a lot. And the ones that they kind of showcase are very like super like minor, I guess. Like they're just kind of very like niche, I guess, not websites that like most people are building. I wanted to make sure that we're inspiring this community and prove that Squarespace is just as good as other web builders. I feel like it gets a lot of slack from people that are like Webflow or Framer, are way better platforms, but you could pretty much do almost anything that you can do in Webflow, Framer, WordPress. You can do those Wix Studio, all those things. You can do it right in Squarespace, and it's so great to be able to see that like kind of come through. So that's why I created it, and I really wanted to showcase some great stuff here.
I'm
Um,
excited to see some stuff,
yeah,
Michael.
yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. I just want to kind of explain a little bit more. So what is Cube? Right. And annual, so we're actually giving away awards. So it's not just like a showcase, it's not just a platform that you're going to just like submit some stuff. Like there is awards every year. There are judges every single year. And the judges switch every year. That doesn't mean that, for example, I think Liz, you are going to judge in 2026,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean that Liz won't won't be able to judge in 2027. I don't want to repeat any judges each year, but Liz could then judge again in 2028, but we'll be with a different panel of people. So the goal here is to be able to kind of showcase and have a different like group of people be able to kind of uplift people. What I want is I don't want somebody to feel like they can't submit their website to Cube because they don't fit what Michael likes as a designer, right? So the idea is there. I want to make sure that we are focusing on this platform and making it better, and it's all community driven. So the entire website was built using stuff from the community, Square Kicker, code from Chris, code from Will, code from Becca. Things like this are all things that I want Cube to be embodied. And then we're going to jump into just one quick thing on how it works, because I think this is super important to tell people, because some of you may have heard of awards.com. So like AWWWARDS. I submitted my website there while I was creating Cube because I just wanted to see the process. What I found really frustrating was my website got some votes. I got a score. I got an email from them, and pretty much they were just like, "Hey, our judges didn't think your website was good enough." Now, I understand that can be frustrating. Like in general, I was just like, who are your judges? What makes them qualified? How did this even work? So I wanted to make sure that I was super clear on this. The way it works for Cube is you submit your website, you pick the category you want it to be in. I give a list of all of those to all of our judges. Our judges vote on them on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best. So you would get 10 points for their favorite website, 1 point for their least favorite of the 10. And at the end, I add all the points together. So if your website had the most points, then that's how you won. And I just think that that's the most fair way. And it's really great because something that I might think is a 1, Liz might think is a 10. And then that means that website would have a collective of an 11, if that makes sense. So it's super good. It was awesome to categorize them all together. And yeah, that's just kind of how it works. And so I don't know why this image is not showing up here, but I'll show you the website in a second. So here's some awards that won this year. And these are all incredible websites, truly incredible. Now, does that mean that they were my favorite websites on Cube? Absolutely not. And they might not be your favorite website. But what happened was, of the judges, of the 9 that voted, this Max and Dexter had the greatest amount of votes. And this website is truly incredible. So this is our best one-page website. I actually have it right here. So just to kind of scroll us through a little bit, this website is super, super awesome. We have some movement here when we scroll down. Love the overlap here is great. This layout is just nice. We have some movement. And this website is just from top to bottom, it's just so good. It's inviting. It's very easy to read. The branding is on point. Again, love the overlap. And it's top of the line. So this is our best one-page website. Anchor links, obviously, that just scroll us down. And it's phenomenal. Actually, hopefully some of the people in here made some of these websites, and they might find out for the first time now that they're
oh, that's nice.
that would be
nice.
kind of cool if they haven't went to the Cube website in a while to check it out. So yeah, Max and Dexter, excellent one-page website. Also, by the way, just want to say this, which is also great. With Cube, they're going to get an actual award. So I have actually awards printed that will be getting sent to the designer. So if you would love to submit a website, which I would love for you to do, and you win, you will actually get an award that you can kind of put on your shelf, which is really cool. Plus, you get to put it on your website and all of those good things that you won a Cube award. So we're going to move on to the next website here, which, I'll go back to the Cube website last. Best website animations, which was for equality leaders here. This website is super awesome. The color is great. It's really bold, vibrant. We have some really awesome hover effects on the buttons. Love the...
Yeah, I like the mouse.
Yeah, the square pixel mouth is super cool. I love the scroll effect here where it just like kind of stops. And then we have some really great movement, as you can see. So some great movement all around. It just kind of like this one I love because it draws your attention right to this image. And then we're going back. We got the footprints popping in, leading us to the next section. This is awesome. Like, that's what I'm saying is like these, just the first two I showed you, right, are not even close to looking like a Squarespace website. And that was the goal here. Love these bullet points, how everything fades in. This website is just top tier. It's so good. Love like all of this. Yeah, everything is just so good, right? And so what an excellent website. And it's great because, like I said, the idea is that you can go to Cube and get some of this inspiration for your own projects, which is awesome. Next would be our best website interactions, right? So some best website interactions are Barcero, I guess.
Oh, fun.
I hope I'm saying this one. This website is truly exceptional. One thing I love about it is it has this awesome, what's it called, scroll bar, which at first I wasn't a big fan of scroll bars, right? Like I wasn't like necessarily a big fan. But the idea here, what I did love about it is, and I started realizing is, because I could see it, it made me realize like I still had a lot to scroll. And so because of that, it was really, really cool to know that I have more to go. And it kind of enticed me to keep scrolling, which is like ultimately we want all of our viewers to do. So anyways, like let's get back to so this is our best interactions, right? So the movement here is,
what's happened? Is he gone for everybody else, or is it just me? He's gone. Okay. Oh, he's back. He's back. Right. Okay, we can't hear you. Can you hear us? Just nod. Can't really see because your cap, by the way, shields quite a lot of your eyes. Okay, still can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, hear me now.
There we go. Okay, right. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know what.
Allergy.
Don't know what happened there.
Okay.
Let's go back.
Okay.
All right, so.
Great. You've got 9 minutes left.
Yeah, gotcha. So we have
By the way, I love that. I love the main nav slight fade. I've never actually used that feature before, but it looks really nice.
Oh yeah, it's so good. And then we have our little drop down menu over here. Yeah, this website is exceptional.
I love
True.
the illustrations. I love the fonts. I love that massive word, like the logo at the top.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
really
yeah.
cool.
Everything, and then even down here is really cool. It's got a secondary menu that like drags you. That's like anchor links. Top of the line website here. Let's keep going. Best storytelling website. Lifestyles by Noor is right here. What an exceptional
Oh,
website this
that's
is.
nice.
It's just beautiful. Like this website is just truly beautiful. You just want to keep scrolling through. Um, the colors, the vibe, everything, the photos, top tier. Um, Exceptional website. This is like truly is an exceptional website.
Can I
Love
can
this.
I can I say something, Michael?
Yeah, of course.
So these sites that you're showing, as a designer, when you've won the award and you go in and you're like, oh, this is great, and then people start looking at it, if you've got a link to the website, what happens when the client changes it?
Oh yeah, I
When the
mean,
client adds in an extra paragraph and the button goes below the image and you're like,
yeah, yeah. So
whoa.
so that's
And then they're like shown as like, this is an award-winning website, and you're like, they've added a paragraph.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
how do
That's why
we
you just that's why you take the approach that I take with all the websites that I build, and you just don't let your clients update the website without you doing it. That's the way. That's my answer to that. But no, I
Okay.
mean, hopefully the goal is that like they don't update the website because they know how good it is. And if that's the case, then we make a
Okay.
change. But overall, it's still pretty awesome to have that feeling of winning
Yeah,
a
it's
thing. Now we
beautiful.
have. Let me go back to this really quick. Go here. Best e-commerce website is Intrepid Dusk, which is this super awesome comic book company that they're just passionate about making comic books. Um, yeah, the website just really really
Amazing.
cool, super unique, very very different as you can see. But that's what I loved about it. Even just in the one, two, three, four, five websites that I've shown you, what's really great is they're all very different, and that's what the whole purpose of Cube was in the first place, is to showcase that they are just truly different websites,
This looks
and that
like
we.
this looks like the designers had fun.
Oh yeah.
They've
Well, it
like had a lot of fun making. I would have had a lot of fun making this website.
I'm sure it super helps that the client drew all of drew all of this, which is super cool. And then our website of the year goes to Shadow Nut. This website's truly exceptional. If you don't know Yuwande, if any of you do not know who Yuwande is, she is literally like, I've talked to her quite a few times. She is, in my opinion, easily one of the best Squarespace designers I've ever met. Her knowledge of code is unreal. Like this menu, look at this menu. This
Wow.
menu, it just, yeah, look, it just, everything about this website is just, it's just so clean. The colors are so good. This animation here, if you notice, like service provider, like it's the little things like that you know truly take this website, in my opinion. The subtle color change, it just makes this website go from it's just so good. The border, the everything, the spacing. This website is so good. It's top of the line. It's really 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 good. Animated icons. If anybody has ever seen any of my work, I'm a big fan of animated icons. Um, the footer is so good. The slow rotation of her logo, but also up in the top corner here, the slow rotation of the logo. Also, I don't know if anybody noticed that the subtle like change in the header as you scroll a little bit. Like it's
Mm.
all just this website's just so 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 good. So yeah, that's what we have.
They're amazing. Sorry, can you see? I've obviously I've hit 40, and I have to come really close to my
Yeah,
screen with my big ass glasses. Um, I was just like, this is so good.
yeah, yeah. It is so good. And now the best part about it, I was talking to somebody last night, and as I close up here and then have any questions, I was talking to somebody last night, and they were like, "Oh, like that wasn't even my favorite." And that's the beauty of what I think Cube is going to be doing for people, is that some of the winners might not be your favorite, and that's okay, because you can always apply to be on the panel of judges for the next year, and then you can utilize your voice to showcase websites and vote for websites that you think are great. So we're always opening. You can always submit an application to be a judge if you think that you would like to do that. It is completely volunteer. The reason it's volunteer is I want it to be as unbiased as possible, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. and the goal here is to kind of make something that is truly unique. I do want to say thank you, Liz, for having me. I hope I inspired some people. I hope some of you check out Cube. The website is cubeawards.com. This is the website here. We showcase a lot of stuff. Square Kicker sponsored it this year. I'm looking to try to get some more sponsors, and we have some
Square
awesome,
Kicker is
awesome.
so cool.
There's a lot of, if you just go to websites, there's so many. There's so many websites that were submitted. They're all really, 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 really good. So my recommendation would be to go check it out. And
I
then
think
lastly, if you're
everybody will be, Michael.
yeah.
I think that if you stop showing your screen now, so if
Oh, real
everybody
quick,
is
just real
everybody
quick.
scanned, is everybody scanned that?
Lastly, yeah,
Yeah.
if you want to scan it, but just so you're aware, it costs $10 to submit a website. That money goes towards getting awards and things like that, and funding the site itself. So that I'm a one-man show doing this thing, just trying to make a little bit of money and making my money back working on it and getting awards. But if you would, for today, our thing is like if you use the code Summit26, you'll get 50% off. So it'd only be $5 to submit a thing, and that's until April 1st. So
Woohoo! I just wanted to say thank you so much for creating this. I I'm not a graphic designer or anything. I've not come from that background. I'm a fashion designer, so I haven't delved into all of these award sites that you were looking for, and you never saw anything about Squarespace. So I think for anybody that is watching this, if you want something or you see something, then it's not there, like, and you're passionate about it, create it. Look what Michael's created. He's created this website, this award website, with loads of all of our websites on there. We can all submit, and and we can, and it's exciting for us as well as designers to submit and be like, how can I? You can have a goal for 2026 that, like, I'm gonna create a website that I think is good enough to submit that I think might win. Like, that would
yeah,
be a really cool goal. I want to do that. I'm actually going to do that with one of my websites already. So thank you.
yeah, for sure. And I don't know if I have time for questions or not, but if anybody wanted to ask
Yeah.
any questions,
Yeah.
I don't know if do we have a Q&A part or just anybody else? Does anybody have any questions?
In the chats.
But it seems I'm looking through the chat. It's awesome. People seem to really like it. So that's my goal. Is like this is just
Yeah.
a passion project. It's just something that I just truly believe that I truly do believe, especially now that it's out there that Pro Tools are a thing. Like I truly can't wait to start seeing what people are like. I'm hoping in the years to come that like Cube becomes like recognized as like, hey, it's awesome. Like I got a Cube award. This is really, really cool. And I just hope like people love it as much as I do, because I truly do believe in Squarespace. And I think, I really do think it's a great, 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 great platform for so many reasons. But, and some people, especially the people in this summit are the ones that are driving this. So it's awesome. If anybody wants to, I do think there's a question, but if anybody wants to, would you consider creating a no-code website category? Actually, last thing that is important.
I
So
said that to
Liz
you.
did say that. Liz did say
Because I
that.
don't do code.
There is actually 3 new categories we're actually adding this year. Okay. One of them is a complete no-code. Now, obviously, I know that that's kind of hard because there's like
That
I
will
will
be me. Oh, it's not.
no, I know, but there's some people, especially I guess now it's not that big a deal because I know that some people would just like code in their own font, which I don't really consider like a thing because it's like, oh, Squarespace doesn't have the font, but it is truly now you can completely truly make a website with no code. Yes, that is going to be added. The no code website category is going to be added, and there's also 2 new categories which I'm actually really excited about. One is going to be best footer. So what website has the best footer design? Because I do think footer design is completely under designed, but it's so important to have a really good footer. And the last thing is best 404 page, which I think is also really interesting.
Yes.
And Kelsey from Week of the Website was the one that recommended the best 404 page, which I thought was such a good idea.
Yeah, that's great. Michael, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad that we had you to kick off the day, to show what Squarespace can do, and also for people to go enter your website to Cube,
please,
and get inspired when you're designing from other designers, and hopefully you'll find some designers on there that you hadn't heard of. Like the best website of the awards, I hadn't heard of that designer before, so I'm definitely going to be checking.
Oh yeah, and she's like the nicest person in the world.
Yeah, I'm going to check her out. Maybe
she's
get her
awesome.
on the summit, maybe if she's up for it.
Oh,
Anyway,
for sure,
right.
for sure.
Let's
I'll
go to
connect.
the
I'll
next.
connect you guys.
Cool.
Okay,
Thank you guys
awesome.
so
Thank
much. It
you.
was great. If
All
anybody,
right.
please reach out,
Bye,
talk to me.
everyone.